Mondays are already hard days as it is, but when you receive bad news on top of that, it just makes the day worse. Let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're all having a good day. You're having a good start to the week. Before I begin, if you haven't yet, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, share this out with anyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Um, and for all of you that have subscribed so far, thank you so much. It means the world to me. And I'm almost at that 500. So I'd love to get there by opening day. So we heard the bad news. I put a short out earlier. I wanted to do a video on it and talk about a few other things as well. So the Gerrit Cole situation, bad news, right? Bad news. This was news that we did not want to hear. This was the last thing us Yankees fans wanted to hear. This was, the worst possible thing that could happen right now. Okay, so uh, the story is this, and this was reported by a few folks. Um, the story is this: Gerrit Cole wasn't able to recover from his sessions, and he felt some discomfort in his elbow. And there was a report that came out from Brian Hogue saying that he's going to get an MRI on his elbow. So Aaron Boone then said that we're probably not going to hear anything today. We're not going to hear anything tomorrow, more than likely. So we may get some news on Wednesday. All right. And I know a lot of fans are panicking right now. I know some fans probably think the season's over at this point because Gerrit Cole may be hurt, and anything that involves an elbow, especially for a pitcher, a lot of times it's not great news. So I would say let's not hit the panic button yet. All right, we don't know this how severe it is. We don't know if he's going to be out for a little while, if he's going to need Tommy John surgery. We just don't know. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. Maybe he's just taking precautionary measure. We don't know how serious it is, but he's going to get multiple opinions from doctors as far as his elbow goes and proceed from there. Now, the worst case scenario, he may not pitch opening day. He may need to rest his elbow. Worst case, he could be out for months. He could be out for the entire season, right? But again, let's not panic yet. Okay. Of course, in the event that he is out for the season, let's just say, right? Worst case scenario, let's just say he's out for the season. What could the Yankees do? Do Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner, do they have a plan B in place? I hate to keep going back to this, but could they possibly look into Blake Snell? Could they possibly look into Jordan Montgomery? Because now, if they were to look into those free agents, the price tag is a lot higher now, right? And Scott Boras is probably having a smile on his face, saying, "No, the Yankees might come calling," and they could. I'm not saying they will, but they could. They also do have some pitchers on their team right now. They do have Will Warren, who is Major League Baseball ready. Clayton Beeter is another option. Luis Hill could be another option. So it's not like the Yankees are totally doomed. I don't think we should be saying, "Oh, the Yankee season's over." But they have other plans, right? They have pitchers in their team. They could potentially look at one of the free agents out there, and it's not just Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery. There's other free agent pitchers they could look into as well that won't cost them as much. They could also look into the trade market and see if teams are looking to give up one of their starting pitchers. Of course, they're probably going to ask for a lot from the Yankees, and rightfully so. I get it, but we have to wait on the Gerrit Cole news first and find out how serious this injury is, if it is serious, right? But I'm holding out hope, but at the same time, I'm preparing myself for bad news. So, I don't want to go into this thing and be like, oh, he's going to be fine. But I also am trying to remain positive, or I am remaining positive, should I say. But I'm also preparing myself for the worst. So we'll just have to wait and see with Gerrit Cole. All right. Now, with Aaron Judge, news broke out saying that he's going to take a couple of days off just for precautionary measure. Apparently, he was having some issues with his core. So it sounds like it's nothing serious, according to Aaron Boone. They're just trying to make sure that he's healthy so he does or that he is ready for opening day, which that's what we want, right? That's what we want with Aaron Judge. That's what we want with our captain, right? If there's any suspicion or any concern with injury or health, or if it means you got to take a couple of days off to feel better, by all means take those couple of days. Take those couple of days, because we want guys to be coming out of spring training healthy, ready to go, right? At the same time, I guess it's better that it's happening now than rather in the middle of the season, especially if the Yankees are playing well and they're in a playoff hunt, right? It's better that Aaron Judge gets his rest now for a couple of days, stay healthy, get well, and then come back and play, right? This is not the time right now to risk a player, and this is not the time for players to risk themselves during spring training. If there's some sort of health issue, if they're not feeling right, take that time off. Absolutely, right? So I understand, pulling Aaron Judge out yesterday and having him rest a couple of days just so he can feel right again. All right, and then the other thing I wanted to mention too with the whole Gerrit Cole situation, let's not forget there's been a list of pitchers that have been hurt. So it's not just Gerrit Cole. Don't forget there's Jackson Kowar from the Seattle Mariners, Lucas Giolito from the Red Sox. Just to give you a couple of examples. So pitchers have been getting hurt, whether it's their elbow or whether it's a hamstring issue. There's been a list of pitchers that have been getting hurt or getting injured, or they're needing surgery. So it's unfortunate. I feel like these things happen more often than not, especially with pitchers and the elbow injuries and potentially them needing Tommy John. And I'll dive a little bit more into that in tomorrow's live stream when I go live tomorrow. So be sure to tune in. We'll talk a little bit more about it. All right. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was the Juan Soto signing prediction. Apparently, there was a prediction that came out saying that Soto is going to be offered a $701 million contract. He's going to break the record of Shohei Ohtani. Now, I'm not going to dive too much into the free agency with Juan Soto, just because that is later on, right? There's still spring training. There's a lot of regular season, or the regular season, should I say, has not even begun yet. So we have to get through the regular season. Then you have the postseason. Then you have the World Series. So as far as free agency goes, we'll worry about that later. Can he potentially get $700 million or $701 million? Absolutely he can. Is Scott Boras going to demand that? Oh, he will. He's going to, right? Since Shohei Ohtani got that $700 million contract. Now, granted, a lot of that money was deferred. So let's also not forget that, right? So a lot of that money was deferred. Is Soto going to get paid? He is absolutely going to get paid. And I do feel confident that the Yankees are going to sign him back. Again, at what price, I do not know. Is Boris going to ask for $700 million? Again, yes, he will. He will absolutely will. Soto's going to get paid. Whether it's $700 million or not, he's going to get paid. He's going to get a fat contract, and he's going to get paid well. So, but we'll cross that bridge when that time comes. All right. But the big news, bad news, right, is Gerrit Cole and his issue with his elbow. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's just a matter of, just taking some precautionary measures to make sure his elbow is good. Again, he is going to get multiple opinions. Getting multiple opinions is always a good thing. You don't want to just go off of one opinion. Definitely want to get multiple, and hopefully he comes back fine. And, if it means just him missing opening day, I would be okay with that, even though I would want him to pitch in that first game. But his health is more of a concern. Let him heal up. Let him do what he needs to do. If it's worse, we'll see how the Yankees pivot, right? They do have options, right? They have options on their own roster. They could sign a free agent. They could trade for a pitcher. All right. But you let me know what you all think about this. How concerned are you for Gerrit Cole? Do you have any concerns about Aaron Judge? And what do you think of this crazy prediction about Juan Soto? Can he get that kind of money from the Yankees? Can you see any team giving him that kind of money? Let me know in the comments. Let's load it up. All right. That's all I got for now. Again, if you all haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please like this video, share this out with anyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see all of you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when I go live. And we will discuss these topics a little bit more. And if any other news comes out, I'll let you know. See you all later.